That's it right there. She didn't know what to do. So she came right here. There's the victims.
Do you know that they were surveilling me before I killed? Couldn't even get a fair trial. Couldn't even get a fair investigation or nothing. Couldn't even have my appeals right. Thanks a lot, society, for railroading my ass. Okay, let's go.
It's Chris from Ink Beardsman. I'm in Port Orange. I want to show you some of the sites that played a significant role in the life of Aileen Wuornos. Now, do you remember the movie Monster with Charlize Theron? That's based on Aileen Wuornos. I'll tell you a little bit about her, but I have to start the vlog right here. Now, it's really loud, so I hope you can hear me. Now, let's start by talking about Aileen. Aileen was born Aileen Carol Pittman, 1956 in Rochester, Michigan. Now, I was just in Rochester, Michigan a couple days ago, and I've narrowed it down to the street where she grew up, but I've had a very difficult time finding the house location of where she was as a child. But it was in Rochester, Michigan. Now, her crime started when she was young, but the killings happened down here. Now, she came from horrendous beginnings. She never actually met her father, and Leo Pittman was actually sentenced to life imprisonment for kidnapping and raping a 7-year-old girl. He was diagnosed with schizophrenia, so mental health issues certainly run in the family. Her mother left her with her grandmother, and by 11 years old, she was really into starting to do drugs and starting to learn how to sell things and use prostitution to get what she wanted. So she certainly didn't have a good upbringing by any means. Now, it's definitely not any justification for what happened. One of the officers who was on the task force said she was pure evil, but she certainly had a crazy upbringing. The reason this bridge plays a significant role is because this bridge is where she threw one of the guns, the .22 caliber. She came over here and she threw it right into this body of water. In a period of about 12 months, she murdered 7 men. One of them, they never found the body, and they were between the ages of 40 and 65. Now, by the end of November 1990, a sketch was put out looking for the women, and Aileen and her lover, Tyra, were both in the sketches. So people were onto her. Now, she saw the sketches and she felt nauseous. She didn't know what to do. So she came right here to the Rose Bay Bridge, and she threw her .22 caliber off the Rose Bay Bridge. Now, by mid-December, police were inundated with leads. She was living literally a 3-minute walk from here. Let's go and I'll tell you about it, and I'll show you where she was living. This is the Fairview Motel. Now, this is where she was living, her and Tyra. I think I read that it was about $15 a night. But she was living right here. Now it's called the Scoot Inn. Alrighty, so as I had mentioned, her and Tyra stayed at the Fairview Motel. It was about a $15 a night room, and it was room number 9. Now it's been changed to room number 7, and it's right here. This was Aileen's room, right here. That's it right there. It was room number 9 when she lived here. Now, she was eventually arrested in the biker bar up the street, and I'll show you that, and convicted of murdering the men. But the Fairview Inn stayed pretty much the exact same. Now, in 2007, it was actually a hideout for two men suspected of dismembering a woman and scattering her body across parts of Florida. And you can see how close we are to the bridge where she threw the gun off. This was the Fairview Motel, but now the Scoot Inn. Alrighty, let's head over to the Last Resort Bar. Alrighty guys, so I told you I was going to take you over to the Last Resort Bar. This is where Aileen was arrested, and this is where she hung out. This is where they set up a sting, and this is where they have almost a memorial to her inside. Let's go check it out.
It's a hunt for one of the most notorious female serial killers in U.S. history. It was even featured in the movie Monster. Aileen Wuornos still has mail sent to the bar, even though she was executed in 2002, though it's mainly magazines and other kinds of subscriptions.
There's the original Fairview Motel sign, where she lived, like I mentioned, in room 9. So this is right inside, and as you can see guys, there's tons of names on the wall. And there it is right there. There's a memorial to Aileen, or Lee as they knew her. There's the victims. There's a picture of her. And there's her final words, which I'll also tell you about, but that was the final words that she said. I'd just like to say, I'm sailing with the rock, and I'll be back like Independence Day with Jesus, June 6th, like the movie. I'll be back. Now, I'm not sure if I had mentioned this to you guys, but she did decline her traditional last meal, and instead she was given a cup of coffee. But that's the memorial for her. Right here. Now this is a great little place, and the history here is just incredible. Incredible. But you can see, these are a lot of the other people that have passed away in memory. There's some of the caskets. And then they have the men and women. Now, it was right back here where she stayed and slept on a car seat that they allowed her to before everything happened. And under there you can see the hearse. And if you look at all the names on the wall, there it is. Right there. Aileen Wuornos. Aileen Lee Wuornos. And it says, I was raped. But yeah, they allowed her to stay here, and she's just up the street in that motel, but the night before she was arrested, she had slept on a car seat. Now I'm not going to show too much of inside because I spoke to the owner and it's a little bit messy, but I'm just going to take a quick walk. Now this is it, guys. This is the Last Resort Bar. Its history is second to none. The actual movie was shot here, and I heard Charlize Theron even signed her name on the ceiling. But you can see the names all over the wall. Let me go outside. They had put together a task force. And when they set up their sting, they got her to come outside from the bar. She walked down the stairs right here. And I'll show you surveillance footage of it. But she got down to the bottom step right here. Now the movie shows it further, but it's right here where she was arrested. She came out. They put her in cuffs right here. So it was January 8th. And Mike Joyner, Dick Martin, were undercover. And they had already made contact with Aileen. And they came here. Now they went in their roles as bucket and drums. They spotted her at the pub and they chatted for an hour and left, knowing that the next day they would make their arrest. Now it brings us to the big night. It was January 9th. She woke up around 11 a.m. and around 11:30 after they opened, she came in and started playing her song on the jukebox. Now, Lee had actually asked Joyner to wash up and bring his money. So he figured he was going to be another victim. Well, they came outside here, and it was right here on the steps where she was arrested.
Hi, what's wrong? Yeah, I ain't got nothing, man. I ain't got no identification.
You're not! What the hell? What, tell me?
You tell me.
Tell me!
In the movie, they're sitting right here at this bar spot at the bar. She goes, uses a payphone. In the background, you can see the windows, even in the movie. But this is it. This is where she felt most comfortable. She felt that they were family. Now, I just talked to the owner, and he's been here 43 years. He knew Lee. He allowed her to stay here. But it was right here. The crazy thing is, it's so small in here. But if you look at the walls, everybody signed their name everywhere. And this is where the actual filming was shot as well for Monster. Right in here. If you look at the ceiling, it's all signed. And right above the bar, you can see there's a picture of Aileen Wuornos. Right there. Oh, right there. Absolutely. Perfect. So, is this, I didn't see this one.
Yes, actual arrest.
Oh, there's the actual, wow. Eileen's last beer consumed right here. Palm Beach Post, January 14th, 2004. Oh, wow.
She used to come in here. This was the blue t-shirt. That's Patty Jenkins. She's the one who wrote and directed the movie.
Oh, so she wrote and directed the movie.
And then she also wrote and directed the Wonder Woman.
Oh, and this is Charlize.
In the blue t-shirt.
Oh, in the blue t-shirt. Very cool. Very.
Yeah, I did the premiere with her.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's very cool. So you were in some of the scenes.
Yeah, about 12.
Okay. Okay.
No speaking parts.
No, but I knew you looked familiar because I literally just watched the movie before I came.
And if you watch the credits in the back there.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Charlize signing the ceiling.
Oh, that's her signing it.
Yeah.
Oh, very cool. And Al,
Yeah.
where was the payphone? Was that where the payphone was out there?
Right there.
Oh, okay, that's where the payphone was.
Original payphone.
The original payphone.
They put it outside for the movie.
Okay. So it was the payphone. Al was just telling me the payphone was put outside here for the movie, but the actual payphone was inside. And there, right there, is Aileen Wuornos. Just left the Last Resort bar. I wanted to show you all the Aileen Wuornos sites, and I have to tell you, Al, the owner, he's been there 43 years. He's owned the bar. He showed me photos on his phone. He was telling me things that he said nobody knew about. He was showing me pictures of him at the Monster premiere with Charlize Theron. It was a great visit. But more importantly, I'm glad I got to show you that little piece of history. Do not forget, hit that subscribe button below, and let's go on more adventures. I got some content I think you will enjoy. Take care, guys. Peace.